and that took a lot of iteration and correcting to make it work. But basically, here's how it worked. We asked AI to build using Motoko, which is a programming language on ICP. Build more than a week ago, Dominic Williams, the founder of ICP, posted an exciting update on X. The AIX Internet Revolution coming on ICP. Self-writing sovereign web applications and internet services that owners can update in real time by talking. This is absolutely huge, guys. This is incredible if it actually happens. In this video, I want to show you how to build an app on ICP using AI. This is gonna be done manually, not automatically. Just to show you that to do this automatically is not something you should take lightly. This would be huge for ICP. So keep watching to see how you can build an app on ICP using AI. In our case, we're gonna use the XAI Grok. We're gonna use it to build a simple trivia app where you can add questions and also answer questions to get tokens. We'd already done that, and that took a lot of iteration and correcting to make it work. But basically, here's how it worked. We asked AI to build using Motoko, which is a programming language on ICP. Build a trivia game using Motoko on ICP. And it gives us all the detailed information that you need to start building on ICP, starting from setting up to design, developing the back end. And here's our back end right here. It's very basic. It's very basic, but this shows you exactly how it works. And then kind of built a front end as well. But in our case, we want to build a front end using React. So we just tell it, build a front end to the app using React. Okay, so here's our front end that it builds using React right over here. Really fast. And all the information that you need to make this work. So we have a back end and a front end. Once we have this, we're going to figure out how to make it work. Dfinity already has templates for building on ICP. To build an app, you just need to do dfx new in your command line, and then you would have a template for your project which you can modify. So we had already done that dfx new for our trivia app. We have the app, so we're just going to show you how that app looks. We open the app here. You see, once you do dfx new in your command line, you would have a template project which is like a greeting, a simple basic project with a front end and a back end, front end and a back end. In this case, we modify the back end to paste the code that the AI developed, and also the front end we modify the app.jsx. We copied and pasted the front end that Grok created. It's not this one, is the first one that we did. So this is like just demonstrating how it was done. So basically there was a front end and a back end, and then it took a lot of work, a lot of iterating over and over for it to finally deploy. And also there was some information that Grok didn't have about Motoko. So what I did was I fed it with this information from Motoko documentation, which helped it to modify the code to actually make it deploy eventually. But it took a lot of work and it took a lot of modification, and sometimes I would have to look at the semicolons and basic things like that. Let's just look at this code right here. If we try to deploy it with a missing semicolon, it won't work. So actually the initial code that the AI gave us had so many errors, semicolon missing, or some wrong coding, because it was probably taking information from Python and other languages and mixing it up with Motoko. So once we fed it with information or documentation from Motoko, it programmed in a way that it worked. Now, if we, for instance, remove this semicolon over here and try to deploy this app, dfx deploy, it would fail. So that's what was happening. So I had to go through the code, and then I would send it back to AI to fix, and then I would just have to look at it, see what is not working, try to fix it, or send it back to AI over and over and over. And so we would have to put back the semicolon over here and then deploy the app again. And you can see that it's actually working right now. It's deploying and building canisters, building front end. Deployed, guys. Now it works. So before we go look at the front end, let's see some of the functions that the app contains. It has play trivia function. This took a while to iterate, make it work, because the app or the AI kept getting it wrong or using different format or syntax. And this is the part where I actually fed it with information from Definity documentation for the AI to actually fix the code. And also we have check answer option over here. Should check your answer if it's correct. Check tokens. Whenever you answer a question, it gives you 1 token. Reset tokens to 0. Add questions to the list. Reset questions as well. Display questions. So a couple of several functions over here. And we want to start the front end. So what we do is npm start. Open our browser and we see the app over here. And let's add a question here and see how that works. Who is the founder of ICP? Dominic Williams. Category technology. add. Question is added, and we could add more questions. So once a question is added, we can play a game, play trivia. And let's ask, or who is the founder of ICP? Dominic Williams. Submit. Correct. You've earned 1 token. So if we check token, we'll find 1 token over here, and we can view all questions. If we added more questions, let's just add another question. Where is Cameroon? There. Geography. Add question. Question is added over here. Now we have 2 questions, and we can add as many questions as we want. And we can reset tokens to 0 tokens, or we can reset questions to 0, no questions. So it's working exactly as programmed by AI mostly. Takes a lot of manual work going back and forth, and it finally worked. So mostly using AI to program. This just to showcase that what Dfinity wants to do is really huge. To be able to bundle an application by AI bundling everything and deploying is absolutely incredible. Let's look at how he said it's gonna work. 1. You'll describe to AI the custom app or service you want. 2. It will return a URL to your web browser, and there it will be ready to use. 3. You and others will use the app, causing it to accumulate content and data. 4. You'll describe improvements, extensions, and fixes. 5. Then you'll just refresh the web page to see them. 6. Loop it to 3 and continue iterating to realize value. That's like just crazy, man. It's crazy. So I'm a little skeptical if this can actually work, because if it does, it's revolutionary, it's groundbreaking, it's gonna change technology or the way we see technology. So what I found was AI is still making a lot of mistakes, and at every point there is need for human interaction. For them to make this work automatically without the need for human intervention is something that's gonna blow minds. So we're gonna keep waiting to watch out if they can actually deliver this, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. There's a lot of videos about ICP and cryptocurrencies as a whole. See you again in another slice.